Hi, good morning everyone. So, for today's topic, we will gonna talk about, of course, knife skills. So, why is it very important for us as a chef to learn the skills of having our knife? Siyempre, one learning that we must learn is siyempre, ang most common weapon natin sa kusina is ang knife. So without our knife, we cannot start or do anything in the kitchen. So imagine, everything that you need in the kitchen, dumadaan sa knife and of course your chopping board. What do you have to do with it? Siyempre, if dumating yung mga meats nyo, you have to slice it according to the cuts that you need for a certain dishes. If you have your vegetables, you have to slice it on according also to the cuts that you need it for the certain dishes. And paano pag wala kang knife? So, pag wala kang knife, hindi ka magiging productive and creative and of course effective sa kusina natin. So, my experience as a being a chef in the hotels, when I remember it, may required sa amin magdala ng knife sa araw-araw na operation namin. Without our knife, we are unproductive. So, anong gagawin namin? So, anong gagawin nyo? So, of course, our knife is also very risky kasi syempre pag ginamit natin yung knife, pwede kayo masugat, pwede kayo makasugat. So, this is sa lahat na gagawin natin sa kusina, ito yung basic things na aaralin natin para maging productive tayo sa kusina. So, after studying this unit, we have to learn kung paano ba mag-care ng knife natin, paano ba mag-maintain ng knives natin, paano ba gamitin ng maayos yung knife natin, and paano ba mag-cut ng mga different variety of foods sa iba't ibang klase ng shapes and mga cutting techniques. So, let's start. So, ayan. So, sabi sa handouts natin, one of the most important tools the student chef must learn is the knife. So, that's what we have to learn. And good knife skills are critical to a chef's success because the knife is the most commonly used tool in the kitchen. So this is very critical because it is very widely used in the kitchen and ito lang talaga yung araw-araw natin gagamitin at hindi mawawala yan sa daily operation natin. So what are the practical application of the knife skills? So yan, great knife skills are essential to becoming a better cook. So in order for us to become a better cook, we have to learn how to use this properly. It really the basis of everything you do in the kitchen. So everything in the full operation of the kitchen, ito lang yung ginagamit natin at hindi mawawala ito. So imagine a cook without a knife. No, hindi ka matatawag na chef or cook without a knife. Ano gagawin mo sa meat? You're gonna boil it, you're gonna cook it raw. So you have to prepare it very nice. And this is a truly skill you use every day, just about everything you cook. So lahat naman talaga we use this one. So first thing we have to learn is using the knife safely, no? So using the knife safely, as you remember yung topic natin with the different tools and equipments as well as utensils sa kitchen, may iba-ibang klase ng knife. So what I have right now is the chef knife. And of course, meron din tayong knife sets. So when I pick this one, we have the paring knife. So every knife has its own function. And I always tell my staff and my students before na, you have to use the right tools, right equipments for the right dishes. Kasi if you're using inappropriate tools sa dishes mo, minsan doon ka madidisgrasya, minsan doon ka masusugat. So imagine, kung you're using a chef knives, peeling the potato, di ba napakalaki? And chances of freeze mo mas malaki. While using this knife, paring knife, to peel the potato, yes, magigrip mo na mas maayos. So, going back to the things that we have to know, syempre, iba-ibang knife may kanya-kanyang uses yan. So, always use the right knife for the right dishes, no? And when cutting a knife, always cut away from yourself. So, how are we going to explain this? So, paano ba tayo mag-cut na mas malayo sa sarili natin? Of course, hawakan mo yung potato, you have to position yourself at least 45 degrees, ilayin mo sa sarili mo. So, you will remember the tip of the knife, nakatutok lang sa may chopping board mo, and you remember how to grip the knife, later we will gonna discuss, no? And of course, syempre, ang knife natin is always cut on a clean cutting board. So, yan. We always cut on our clean cutting board. So, that's one. Do not cut on glass, marble, or metal. That's one. Bakit sa glass? Mabasag mo yung glass, madisgrasya ka. On a metal, Siyempre, yung knife mo madidisgrasya, mag-i-slip. Or on a marble, mag-i-slip din. So, we use the chopping board, no? Chopping board sometimes are wooden, sometimes are, syempre, mga heavy plastics. So, yan. And of course, for the chopping boards, we have the color coding of the chopping boards. As we remember on the class, you use the different color coding for the chopping boards. For example, we use the vegetables, syempre, we use green chopping board. When we use the white, we use dairy products. When you use the red chopping board, it's for the raw meats and so on. And of course, dito sa baba ng chopping board natin, we always place a damp towel underneath the chopping board. No? Why are we going to place a towel underneath the chopping board? For us to prevent yung pagka-slide nung chopping board natin gumagalaw. So imagine, if you're using a chopping board, tapos gumagalaw siya, tapos wala siya tayong towel. So, number one that we need to have is, syempre, kailangan natin ng towel. So, I'm going to get a towel. So, right now, yan. So, para hindi siya mag-slip, lalagyan ko siya ng towel sa ilalim. So that's the basic na gagawin natin, and this is a skill for you aspiring chef. Why? In the industry, when you have your OJT soon and your work soon, ang isang chef nyo, ang isang head chef nyo, mapapansin talaga kung skilled siya. Number one, if they let you hold your knife. Number two, if they let you get your chopping board. And pag nakita nila yung chopping board mo, hindi mo nilagyan ng towels or anything sa baba niya, gumagalaw yan, minus points na yan, no? It will not go for your recommendation. And on your first day, you fail agad. So, ganyan ka-importante ang knife and chopping board. So, caring for knives. So, una, meron tayong ginagamit sa knives natin. Siyempre, araw-araw natin ginagamit yung knives natin. So, being a chef, kailangan alagaan natin yung knife natin. Because sabi ko nga, this is the main tools that we use in the kitchen. So every after use in the afternoon, pagtatapos na natin yung knife natin, kailangan natin siyang i-sharpening. So kailangan natin siyang hasain. So may dalawang gamit sa panghasa, no? We use a whetstone. Yung whetstone, yung bar na hinahasa natin, and when we pag hinahasa natin yung knife natin, we hold the knife at 20 degrees angle. So yan, we hold it, tapos we draw the knife across the stone. So later on, I will gonna show you how to do this. The second thing is the steel. So yung steel na mahaba. So when you go back to our topic from yung steel na ginagamit natin, it's a long steel. Tapos syempre, parang parang syempre we use. You'll just gonna draw the knife really slowly along the entire length of that 20 degrees angle steel. So you're just gonna do that way. So may steel later, I will gonna show to you how we're going to use that one. So next is, of course, after you sharpen your knife, after use, you have to wash and store it properly. So do not wash knives in commercial dishwashers. So, and always wash and dry knives by hand. Bakit we don't wash our knives in the commercial washers? So napaka no, yung meron tayong sink, tapos nilagay mo yung knife mo doon, tapos iniwan mo, hindi nahugasan, mamaya may naghugas. Sinok yung kamay, di nakita yung knife, nasugat yung humugas. At the same time for you, sa'yo din, minsan nakalimutan mo, sinok mo yung knife, hindi mo na rin napansin. No? So next is, after you wash, so the proper way is, syempre, after you use, punta ka sa may sink, sa dishwashing area, you wash it, yan, softly, no? So not touching the blade, no? So, kailangan you have to protect always yourself. That's the one thing that you have to remember. Number two, after you wash it, you have to dry it. Then, you have to store it, no? So, sa knife sanitizing, kailangan mo rin siyang i-sanitize, no? You wash it in a hot soapy water after each task. So, napaka-importante nun. Baka mamaya, hiniwa mo yung knife mo dun sa sibuyas. After mo hiniwa yung knife mo sa sibuyas, sa raw ingredients, may cooked meat, tapos hiniwa mo ulit yung cooked meat doon. What happened? Nagkaroon ka na ng cross-contamination. So, lasa ng sibuyas, napunta na sa meat. Tapos yung meat na cook na sinerve sa customers, ayan, nalasahan yung sibuyas na dapat hindi nandun. So, you have to wash it every after use, no? And of course, you have to air dry, no? And after you wash it, you have to sanitize after use to prevent cross-contamination and the spread of microorganisms. So, napaka-importante ulit yun. Balik tayo sa topic number 2, which is the HACCP. Sa hazard analysis and critical control point natin, we have to sanitize our knife. So, ibig sabihin, just in case for the potato, ginamit ko to, no? Tapos hindi malinis. You slice the potato, after mo hindi hinugasan, tapos iniwan mo, yan. Nag-slice ka ng lettuce for salad. Yung dumi ng potato napunta sa lettuce, tapos kinain ng customer. What happened? Nag-cross contamination. Yun, nagpakalat tayo ng bacteria, which is a very no-no in the kitchen. Next is the knife storing. When you say it's a knife storing, we have the slatted knife holder, parang ganyan. Another thing is the knife kit. When you say it's the knife kit, no, ito yung lalagyan ng knife mo. Meron tayong mga bags, no, meron tayong mga bags na lalagyan. Natutuwa ako dati when I was in Baguio Country Club. I remember we have students from CCA, OJTs. They have their own bags for their knives, no? They care too much for their knives. So, sa mga culinary school, they will gonna require you a bag full of knives, ibang knives yan. At hindi mawawala lagi sa iyo yan pag nasa kusina tayo. And that's one thing that I will advise you also to invest your own set of knife kasi in the future magagamit mo yan, no? Hindi yan nagde-depreciate. So you nagle-leverage ka with your knife. Next is the custom built drawer. So sometimes parang ito may drawer kami for knife. So pag hinila namin dito, drawer lang ng knife to. Bakit hindi pwedeng halo-halo yan? Because you have to always remember kung saan mo nilalagay yung knife mo, and yung knife mo magkakasama lang sila doon. Next is yung magnetized bar. When you see it magnetized bar, meron yung parang magnet, tapos nasa wall, so ididikit mo lang yung knife mo ganyan. And you're gonna get it when you use it. And ayan, let's go with the controlling with our knife. So how are we going to control our knife? So the first thing that we have to do when we control a knife is we have to use a grip that is most comfortable with you. So pag ginawa mo yung knife, hindi pwede hawakan mo siya ng ganyan, hawakan mo siya ng ganyan, hawakan mo siya ng ganyan, tapos nilalaro-laro mo. So you have to grip it. So meron tayo yung sa part of knife, going back with our part of knife, we have to hold it kung saan tayo comfortable. Next, we have to keep the sharp edge of the blade on the cutting board. So, sharp edge, so ayan yung edge natin. So, on the cutting board, yan, ilalagay natin yan. Keep the sharp edge of the blade on the cutting board. Then, grip the item being cut with the 3 fingertips of your thumb. So, ano pa ibig sabihin pag 3 fingertips on your thumb? So, ayan, so, meron tayong tinatawag na yan, yung index finger natin, tas yung thumb natin. So, pag index finger natin, yung first, second, third, yan. So, ginagawa natin 3 finger, pag hinawakan nyo yung any items you have to make sure na yung hindi nakaganyan yung kamay mo. Just imagine kung nakaganyan yung kamay mo, tas hiniwa mo ganyan, hindi nahiwa. So, you have to always protect your fingertips. So, you have to hold it on a claw. Sinasabi natin siyang eagle claw, so nagko-claw siya, nakaganyan, so nakapasok yung kamay mo, ito yung naging handle natin dyan, no? So we use the second joint of finger as the guide, no? So second joint of the finger as a guide, ayan, ito yung magiging guide natin, no? Use the second joint of index finger as a guide, yan, so when you use it, so makikita mo, naka-guide yan, while on your thumb, nakasupport siya sa paghawak, no? So pag hinat mo, so for example, sa potato, so you have to grip it as a claw, tapos claw fingers mo naka-close, yung index finger, tapos yung thumb mo, hold it. Then you have to position yourself away from the chopping board, edge from the chopping board, so ika-cut mo na siyang ganyan yan. Alright? So mapapansin mo, pag magka-cut ka ulit sa second thing, umaatras lang yung kamay mo. So it will gonna be your guide, para pantay-pantay pa rin yung pagka-cut natin. And of course, we use smooth, even stroke to slice the food. So use evenly smoke, hindi mabilisan na slice mo. You take your time, no? You take your time to penetrate your slicing. Maatras yung kamay mo. Tapos very smooth lang yung pagka-slice mo para pantay-pantay yung pagkahiwa natin, no? And do not use a dull knife. Imagine if you use a dull knife, ibig sabihin hindi maahasa. Kung ito, dull knife, pinaliktad natin. Yan, di ba, hindi ka makahiwa, madidisgrasya ka. And tendency, you're gonna cut your finger, no? That's the very bad thing. And when you cut your finger, wala na, dudugo na yung buong chopping board, maging contaminated yung food mo, itatapon mo yung mga nahihiwa mo. At the same time, hindi ka na makakatrabaho kasi yung kamay mo sukat na. So, dun pa lang mag-fail ka na, no? And pag nag-fail ka, it will gonna credit your points. So, you have to make sure pa lang sa life skills pa lang natin, you have to make sure na you are properly trained with this na. And we have cutting with your knife. So, meron tayong different slices ng pagkakat ng mga vegetables natin. We call it chiffonage. So, later, with Ma'am Sweet, i-demonstrate niya kung ano yung different cuts natin We have rondels, rounds, of course. We have diagonal cuts, no? So yung rondels natin is a dish-shaped slices. While chiffonage, we have finely slices or shredded leafy vegetables. So I can show you a sample of chiffonage. So imagine kung fine slices and shredded leafy vegetables or herbs. So kung ito, when we cut our chiffonage, kung may mga leaf tayo katulad nito, I will gonna get a leaf. Yan, so kung meron tayong 4 na leaf, but don't worry, we have Mom Sweet. Yan, si Chef Sweet. Siya magde-demonstrate ng kung paano gamitin to. So, we'll try to sa the chiffonage. So, una, ayan na yung leaves natin. So, finely slices or shredded leafy vegetables. So, ang gagawin ko, ayan, ilalagay muna natin siya dyan. So, pag isi-chiffonage natin, we just have to roll this one, no? We have to roll the vegetable. So, when we roll the vegetables, pagka chiffonage, so shredded, no? So, we will gonna cut it, ganyan. So, yan. So, mapapansin nyo, ganito yung pagka-cut ng chiffonage natin. Don't worry, we will gonna be having another video for this different cutting techniques in care of syempre Mom Sweet. And next, we have the rondels or rounds or dish-shaped slices, no? So, meron tayong rounds. Ang pinakasimple lang naman yung rounds or rondels natin. So, kung we have our carrots, no? So, pagdating ng carrots natin, so, pag sinabi natin rondels or rounds, so yan. Meron na tayong carrots dyan, so we're just gonna have it rondels, no? So, kukunin mo lang yung pagka-circular shape niya. So, we have it already yan, circular rounds siya. Next is we have diagonals. When it's diagonal naman, para it is oval shaped slices, no? So, kung ito, rondels, rounds, from the word rondels, rounds, pagdating ng diagonal, no? So, parang this, it will gonna be a oval shaped slices. So, magiging oval na yung pagkakat natin, you have to do this way. So, we use another thing for diagonal and we have rondels cuts on the other sides. And we have oblique cuts. It's small pieces with 2 angles, cut sides. We have lozenges, diamond shapes, pieces usually of firm vegetables. And we have horizontal chopping. So, when horizontal chopping, meron tayong tinatawag na it is a term for slice to butterfly or cut a packet into meats, poultry, or fish. It also a method used to thinly slice soft vegetables. So, minsan, when we do our chicken cordon bleu, we butterfly meats, no? So, we butterfly our meats, sometimes for our meats, poultry, and, ayan, and sometimes, of course, sa fish natin, lalo sa mga fish fillet natin, sometimes, syempre, makakapal yun, we have to butterfly it. Pag sinabi butterfly it, we have to spread it on one. Parang ito yan, no? Iba-butterfly natin. We have to cut in the middle para mag-spread siyang ganyan. Okay, don't worry. Later, we will gonna show you the video. And we have chopping. To chop is to cut an item into small pieces where uniformity of size and shape is so neither necessary or feasible. So, meron tayong chopping. You have to chop your foods, your meats, sometimes your onions, garlic, ayan, and some other vegetables. We have the different cutting sticks. So our activity for today, you have to research for the different cutting sticks, okay? When you research for the different cutting sticks, you have to practice it. Ano ipa-practice nyo? You have to practice the slices because after you practice the slices, we will gonna show you another video. And after which we will gonna let you do your own video. So, ano ba ang chop ng batonet? So, ano ba chop ng julienne? Ano bang chop ng fine julienne? Ano bang chop ng brunoise? Small dice, medium dice, large dice, and paisan. So, everything is on the handouts. So, when you check everything that is on the handout, what were you gonna do is you have to research for it, you have to try it a lot of times because doing the cutting techniques in the vegetables is really hard. Hindi ganun kadali makukuha yan. But it takes time and practice, no? So, sabi nga nila, practice makes perfect. And I believe that you can do it because doing that practice will make your job perfect. So we have also mincing, no? So we mince sometimes our garlic, our onions, and alike, and some other vegetables. So we food cut into smallest pieces possible. We have also round cuts. We have another cutting techniques with this top turner. So it is like a football shaped pieces with 7 equal sides and blunt ends. So yan. Yan yung mga research nyo. So you have to buy also your paring knife and of course to prepare your chef knives, no. You have to also your parishans, no. So it's spears of fruits or vegetables cut with small melon and ball cutter. And with our knife skills, para mapadali yung trabaho natin, meron din tayong mandolin. So yung mandolin is a non-commercial cutting tool na nag-slice ng julienne, fine julienne, and so on. So thank you for our topic today. So I hope to see you next meeting with a very skilled hands on the knife skills, and good luck with our activity today.